The fruit and nut tips for April are: don't spray insecticides during fruit tree bloom or pollination may be affected. Disease sprays can continue according to schedule and label directions. Control cedar apple rust at this time as well. When the orange jelly galls are visible on the juniper or the cedars following a rain, begin treating apple and crabapple trees with a fungicide. A fire blight bacterial disease can also be controlled at this time. Plant disease-resistant varieties to avoid diseases. The tree and shrub tips for April. Proper watering of newly planted trees and shrubs often means the difference between success and replacement. Remove any winter-damaged branches or plants that have not begun to grow. Prune spring-flowering plants as soon as they are finished blooming if they need it. The lawn tips for April are: warm season grass lawns can be established beginning late April from sprigs, plugs, or sod. When using quick-release forms of fertilizer, use 1 pound of actual nitrogen per 1,000 square feet per application. Be sure to water in all fertilizers after you have applied them. Mowing of warm season lawns can begin now. Cutting height for Bermuda and zoysia should be 1 to 1.5 inches high, and buffalo grass 1.5 to 3 inches high. Grub damage can be visible in lawns at this time. Check for the presence of grubs before applying any insecticide treatment. The flower tips for April are: most bedding plants, summer flowering bulbs, and annual flower seeds can be planted after danger of frost. This happens around mid-April in much of Oklahoma. Hold off mulching these crops until spring rains subside and soil temperatures warm up. Warm season annuals should not be planted until soil temperatures are in the mid-60s. Let spring flowering bulb foliage remain as long as possible and turn yellow before you cut it back. The vegetable tips for April: wait a little longer for it to warm up before planting cucurbit crops and okra. Plant vegetable crops in successive plantings to ensure a steady supply of product rather than harvesting all at once. Cover cucurbit crops with a floating row cover to keep out insect pests, but be sure to remove them during bloom time. General landscape tips for April are: hummingbirds arrive in Oklahoma in early April. Get your bird feeders ready using 1 part sugar to 4 parts water. Do not use red food coloring. Lacebugs, aphids, spider mites, bagworms, etc. can start popping up in the landscape and garden later this month. Keep a close eye on all plants and use mechanical, cultural, and biological control options first. And finally, be alert for both insect pests and predators. Some pests can be handpicked without using a pesticide. Do not spray if predators, such as lady beetles, are present. Spray only when there are too few predators to be effective.